So I'm not really a fan of Knight Rider. I never watched the show. I don't really know what it's about. But I get so many requests for KITT that I gotta show it some love. And I found just the right guy to show me what it's all about. This is a 1986 Pontiac Firebird Trans Am, completely modified into a modern crime-fighting machine. What KITT did is take a car that normally I don't think you would really notice on the road and turned it into something that you could actually fall in love with, because it's a beautiful machine. All the mods completely changes the character of what is a boring Pontiac car, to be honest. But this is fantastic. So this car is such an icon, and the reason why is because it was one of the first cars with a personality you could talk to. Actually talk to you, talk back to you. It could be a friend, and it fought crime. I mean, everything back then was all about justice. The Batmobile is what it is because it fought for justice. Just like Batman, and just like Knight Rider, and just like KITT.
When I was a little girl, I saw KITT on TV and I saw the commercial and I was just in awe. It was like, when I first saw it, and I loved it right away. And then when the show started, I just fell in love with it. One night a week, I was able to stay up late. My mother would let me watch it because it started at 9 o'clock. And I saw KITT, and he was just fantastic. He was crashing through walls and jumping over things and talking, and he just had this wonderful personality, and he was very funny. So I just fell in love with him right away. Well, actually, when I was a little girl and through my teenage years, or maybe I was about 13, 14, I would tell my father, can you please buy me one of those cars so it'll be new when I'm old enough to drive? And he said, nah, you're gonna grow out of that. You're not gonna like that when you're older, you'll see. And that's what it was. I just stuck to it, I just loved it, and as soon as I was able to drive, I was able to buy one. I found one. So I ordered just a scanner from J.C. Whitney. That was my first scanner, a real little cheap scanner. And actually that's all I had that made a KITT to me at that time. My daughters really love it too. They jump off the couch and yell turbo boost, and they jump, and it's really cute. I've created a whole new breed of Knight Rider lovers, especially at their school. My daughter who's 11, she can't wait. She said, I have about 5, 6 years to go before I can drive it. And she can't wait. She's counting the days. It took about a year to get it to where it was show-worthy, and it's never finished. We're always changing it, upgrading it, doing different things to it. Some of it is functional, like the speedometer and the RPMs, and some of it is not. Some of it just lights up and you can push buttons and they'll make sounds. This one is going to become a fully functional super pursuit mode with actuators where you can push a button, or remote control where it can pop in and out. And actually David Hasselhoff's bodyguard, Joe Ballesteros, is helping me with the project as well. Joe asked me if I wanted to build a KITT car for David Hasselhoff himself. And I said, do you really even have to ask that question? And we presented it to him for his 60th birthday, his own personal KITT car. He loved it. He jumped right on the hood, and then TMZ and all the stations were there all taking pictures. And then he invited his girlfriend to come up on one side, and I came up on the other side, and we just had a blast. Oh, he's a great guy. He's fantastic. He's very personable. He's very kind. He actually calls me part of his family when he sees me.
So, the best part about Jen's cars is really tricked out not to go forwards, but to go backwards. So I can be looking at you,
Right.
and we just go about 35 and turn it around. Oh my God! And then you just turn this way. Oh my God! And then it just turns right around. You're in the same line. And her car, a lot of cars don't do that. Guys, sorry, ready? One.
So they taught you how to drive.
Yes, I
Really well.
trained up at, usually at Indian Dunes. I learned to drive only because I wanted to, because I wanted to do a lot of my own stunts. Obviously, they wouldn't let me do the jumps. I did do one jump, and when the car lands, it kind of explodes.
What's it like doing stunts with that steering wheel?
Well, I just got really used to it because it was part of my life, and at that point, nobody else had this kind of steering wheel.
Yeah.
The interesting is, 30 years later, this wheel is exactly what they use in the Formula One races. And we have the scanner implemented in the Google self-driving car.
So Knight Rider influenced not only F1 but also Google's design.
I don't know if we influenced anything other than the fact that we were just trying to be cool and hip and sci-fi, and 30 years later, it's happening.
I'm kind of starting to understand why this car is such an icon. Looking at it, you don't really get it. Driving it though, I get it.
I just love the fact that KITT would protect everybody at any cost. He would protect you no matter what. He could take you anywhere. He could jump over everything, crash through everything.
Yeah.
KITT was programmed to save life, not take lives. And it was a positive show.
I really enjoy having conversations with him and him lighting up like that. It's just fantastic. I feel like I'm in a different world when I'm in there, like a cockpit.
Cool black car. If you want a black car, this is probably one of the coolest black cars that you can buy. The whole thing was just centered around stealth. And with the sound and the way that this V8 drives, it's cool.
Jen's got a huge heart. She's got a great sense of humor, and she built it with her heart involved. And I've seen this all over the world because of the passion and the joy that the show has brought people. Put it back in the car.
Sitting in this car, driving this car, it's selling me. I think I might just go pick up the DVD set and start watching it. They also have that new version, but I don't think anybody really liked that one. So I'm gonna watch the Hoff. Kill it with KITT.
Hi, it's David Hasselhoff, and you're watching The Aficionado. Thanks for taking a ride in my Knight Rider car. KITT still rocks. Be sure to go to KnightRiderHeroes.com. Remember, the theme of Knight Rider is one man can make a difference. You can make a difference in someone else's life. And remember, subscribe to The Aficionado. Hoff and running. KITT, get me out of here.